Alright, so we showed you templates and getting started. So there's a continuation of getting started. Now, let's look, we have a blank sheet. The thing is, I want to show the blank because you could actually do your own stuff in here. You can take theirs. Once you understand what to do, you can modify their templates or just create your own. Let's say we're doing students, right? Like students mark. Students, and we're going to put mark, M-A-R-K. Okay. So now we notice it's gone over to another cell, right? It actually, we could go up here and we can lengthen this thing like this and mark. We stretched it so it's student mark. Okay, so this is student mark. Now the problem is we want to make this thing look different from the other cells because it's a heading. So we can go into fill and we can fill it yellow, for example, and we can change the color to red, and we can go bold so it's bigger. Now the thing is, one of the problems that I see here is that we could change the capital letters, sorry, the lowercase letters to capital letters. So by doing this, we're going to just retype this information is one way. We put the caps lock on and put student. We're not going to put student marks. We have to put the student name first. So we get student name. Okay, now the problem with student names, this field might be too small because some people have big names. So we're just going to extend it out some more. So you see, this is good. So it's extended out so that now this student name, we want to center it. We can put it's on left, so we can center it. We can make it to the right, but center is the best route. So we have the student name. Now we want to put some different subjects, right? I'm just going to short form some of the subject like math. Next one, we're going to put English. All right. Next one, we're going to put science. We're going to put, there may be some other subjects that you do in school. So, I mean, there may be workshop. Workshop might be a subject that you're doing, like, for example, auto body, metalwork, woodwork. We see we open the field. And what else subject that we need? There's math, English, science, history. Okay, so that's good enough. I mean, you get the idea. You could come up with whatever you want on that. So we're going to highlight all of them, all right? And we're gonna look at something else. Cell styles. We can change the colors, as you can see. Go this color, this color, this color. So we could actually put a neutral color for these. So this one here, I still like to make them red, so they show. So we have the name in one, and we have here. So if you highlight anyone, I'm just going to go here for a minute, go back to cell. So you can make this color, this color, this color, right? You can even change the intensity. They have different intensity for these headings on here. So they're headings, it could be a subheading. You can see all these different things that we're changing, right? But you know what? We just want to go back to where it was just to show you. Let's go back to cell. There's all these different things. So you may have a different color code. See, this one made it much bigger, right, for heading. But to do that, we should actually highlight all of it because we want it to be consistent, and we put headings. Okay, now the problem we're gonna have again is that these things, we gotta just open them up, stretch them. That's how you can stretch the cell to whatever size is required. Depends on your the words for your headings. Okay, so we've got the student name, the subjects. Could be more subjects. I just choose these at random, right? And these we're gonna put their marks. We want to get the average marks, right, for them. So we're going to put their name, the marks that they got for their tests on these subjects, So we want to give them a final. This is like let's call this grade 6 for the report card. Okay, so grade 6 for the report card. So we want to bring this out here. Okay, we also want to make this bigger. Remember I showed you this letter here. Well, can make it, you see how we make it bigger? We could bold it. Let's just bring this out here again. Okay, this one will be higher for this space, but that's okay. So we have grade 6 report card. Now we could bold it, we can italic it, we can underline it. All this you can do with these fonts. Alright, we can select all. Oh no, select all is a little different. We have to highlight, let's go highlight all the areas. Okay, once we highlight it, we could change the font. I kind of like Arial font, but if you like a different font like this is nice too. Okay, so we selected it and we change all the fonts. Maybe you don't like the font, but you get the idea. So once you select any, you can change. If you want this a different font from the rest, you could change it to this type. That, I don't like that one. You can change to this type. So just play with the fonts. This is the font. This is the size of the fonts. You can increase, decrease the font. This is for bold, italics, for underline, all of that. We can also do something kind of interesting, but we could make this one here a box. So we can put a border. You see, we put a border around it. Okay, so we have a nice border. We can actually do a border the whole thing, but not right now. I just wanted to show you. So this allows you can put up bottom, top, this one here. All right, you have an outline, but let's go back over here. We can put a thicker border. See, it's got a thicker border on there. Nice. So that's good. So we got the names. We've got that. So let's put in this assignment. Let's put in some names. Let's put John Smith, Mary, Joe. Oh, I put my John here. John Smith. Okay, so we got Mary, Joe, John Smith. All right, we can put in Abdi. Abdi Farah. Let's put in there George Brown, Ian Black. Okay, so we got a few people in here, a few students I should say in there. So let's give them, we could actually create, like if they have their throughout the year, you could create like another spreadsheet to give the exact tests. But this is just to show you, we're gonna say this is the math test for the year. This guy here or this girl got 89. All right, John's got 54. This one's got 65. This one is 75. This one is 95. Okay, so these are the marks that these people have. We can also do something. We can go in here. We could center these people. We can go in here. We could center these marks. Let's give them some English marks now. 91, 63, 75, 85, 89. Okay, you could put them in. Let's center them. Let's do some science mark. 100. That's a smart girl. This one here got 70 on science. This one's got 78. This one's got 89. This one's got a 99. Okay. So centered it. In a workshop, Okay, so they had different workshops. Some could be a kitchen, cooking workshop. Some could be, say she took sewing workshop. She got an 89. This one's got 67. This one's got an 87. This one's got a 98. This one's got a 89. Okay, so it's centered here now. History. She was 80. This one here is 54. This one here is 78. This one here is 99. This one's also, let's say, 99. Okay. So basically, I don't know, I just made up these as I went on just to show you. So you can create this. You can do this for business, for report, for keeping track of your accounts receivable, accounts payable. But it's just to show you how to use the sheet. Now, what we could do, we could actually put a sum, right? We could sum all these. But if you sum all of these, it wouldn't be if you want to get a class average. We'll come back to that. What we want to do is give their actual final marks. So we're going to mark final. Final marks. Okay, let's open this guy up here. Final marks. Maybe I should be underlined. Oh, sorry. Hey, Alex. No. We have to go back in format cell. Okay. Okay, we're worried about the font. The font's a different font we choose. Okay, let's see. Okay, which one? We can see this is Bernard MT. So let's click. These are all the font. Well, you know what? Just highlight the whole thing and change it to one font. Okay, now they're all the same heading. So then you have to play with this. We don't have to be perfect. This is just for illustration purposes. Now, what we want to do, we want to calculate their average marks. So we've got here, we're going to do any type of calculations, you use the equal sign. So we're going to say equal, this is the cell D, see, 6. We want to add D6, add E6, add, the next one's F6, next one is G, next one is H. Okay, hit enter. Okay, so this one here, if we add up all the marks, right, is 438. Now, nobody gets 438, so we actually have to divide this now by, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects. So we go back here, and we're going to put an open bracket here. So where's our bracket? Shift. I'm going to share a couple ways of doing it. So you put bracket, then you put divide as a slash sign by how much we said? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divide by 5. So the average mark for this girl, Mary Jo, is 87.6. So let's look at a formula. We add everything up and we divide it by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is one way of doing it. Now, this is a long way of doing it. I'm going to show you another way. We're going to use the sum command. So we go sum, okay, open bracket, sum from here, then we put a colon to here, close the bracket, and then we're going to divide by 5. See, it gives us the same thing. We didn't have to write, actually, this is only for short, but the thing is, let's go back. That's how you use a sum. You want the sum will add everything up from one starting area to another starting area. So this is called the sum command. So I don't feel like writing all of this command for the rest of them. There must be another way of doing it. So what we're going to show you, there is a way, of course, of doing it. So you click on the cell, you see this formula, you go Control C. We're going to copy it, and we're going to go to the next cell, Control V, and look at it. It actually did the 7. You see D, from D to H, and this is the 7, the 7th row. So it actually changed it. Now this is how we do it for that. Now the problem is, I like to do this for all, not just doing one at a time. So I go copy, I highlight all the way, and then I press Control V, and if you look at it, this is the 10th line, and this, if we go to the next one, this is the 9th, this is the 8th, 7, and 6. So it calculated the sum from all the marks divided to get the average to give us the final school mark. So this is pretty good. Alright, so I mean, this is extremely good for the report. Now the thing is, you may not want to do this, but we're just going to do this for fun. Let's draw a line right here, put underline. Okay, now actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do something a little different. Let's just bold it here, or not bold it, fill in the shape, so just to make us know we're doing something here. So we're going to go here and go equal sum from the top, shift colon, to the bottom, and then press enter. You can close the field off, or you could basically just hit enter. Now we want to know the average, so we put slash. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students, so you would have to know, you know how many students you have. So the average marks for math is 75.6. so anybody who has more than 75.6 is above average. If they have less, then it's below average. So one thing we want to do is let's just go over here first, center them so they line up. Let's put them in red, because we just want, and put them in bold to make them look different. So we did that. Now we can do another thing for the sum, where you can use auto sum. So it will go from here, from here, put the colon to there at the bottom, hit enter. Okay, so now we did the sum, and then we mark divide by 5, enter. So the average English mark is 80.6. Okay, so we can actually copy this command too, Control C, put it all the way here, Control V. So you see, it did the same thing, the exact same thing. So G, so there's so many ways you can do it. So basically you got to remember your sum command, right, is to accumulate from one end of a sheet to another end, whether it's going across vertically, or if it's going horizontally across, or vertically up and down, whether it's going by row or column. You can actually use a sum command, and then you can divide to create your average. There is some commands for average and all, but we're not going to get into that. I just want to show you the basic stuff. So basically this is how you create a grade 6 report card. This could be any type of program that you have. It makes it easier for you to use. Now this is it to show you. So you learned today the headings, the graphics, the color, and you learned how to add data. We're going to do a couple more examples when we come back.